Hey pastry puff, Bloom. Hey pastry puffs, welcome back to Strudel Reviews. It's your girl Strudel, and today I felt like I wanted to do something different, and I'm calling this Strudel's Throwback Reviews, and we are starting with the Witty toys. Winx Club, Winx, my fairy friend, Sirenix Fairy Bloom, who has this season 8 screening, and there's a funny story behind that. And I know I'm extremely I am extremely late to the party with these reviews. But back in the summer of, I want to say, 2021, for whatever reason, Ollie's Bargain Outlet of all places had managed to get the Season 8 screenings of the Sirenix for Bloom, Stella, and Flora. It is highly disappointing that they left out Techna, Musa, and Aisha. As we all know, it's all... Well, I'm not gonna be, too upset that we had Winx dolls. And, your girl took her opportunity to get them. But, it took me forever to take Bloom and Stella out of the box because my local Ollie's never got Flora. I had to wind up ordering Flora off of a social media platform marketplace. You know, the same place I got Crystal Star, Jukebox BB, and Snowlicious, just to name a few. And I actually got the Flora for a pretty good deal compared to what other people were getting her for. And again, why? Some of y'all are going to be like, Strudel, why are you reviewing a Winx doll? The answer is simple. The Winx was such a big part of my childhood, and especially now, every so often, I catch myself going back and rewatching certain seasons. Going back and rewatching my favorite seasons, or seasons that I find so mind-numbingly so not mind-numbing that it's easy to enjoy, and I don't even think about it because it's so easy to just sit there and watch and not even think about it. But with that, let's get into the review. If you look at her face, we're gonna start off with her eyebrows. Her eyebrows are brown, a dark brown color, and she's got this really simple, really soft pink eyeshadow that has little sparkles on it. Although one side is more sparkly than the other. And then she's got this hot pink lipstick. Yeah, that's a hot pink lipstick, which we're going to be seeing on another doll in a future review coming up this week. And then we look at her little dress. You can tell the color is this really interesting lightish blue color with this sparkly material that was on, if you remember, it was everywhere in the 2000s, on blankets and pillows, and that material, very reminiscent of that. And it is a very silky material too. And then you can tell it is a one-sleeved. It is a one-sleeve tank, and then this side has a little clear elastic holding up the dress. And then we'll come down here, and you can tell that this layer is, I can't remember the name of the material, but it's not exactly a regular old fishnet material like this, but it's a harder material that they use for the underlayer of a tutu to make the tutu all more puffed out. And then while the underneath is this really soft mesh material. And then I want to say this is probably a crinoline, but I could be wrong. I have to go back and research what this is because I've not seen this material in so long that I forgot the name to it. And then you look at her leggings. She's got like these dark blue leggings that like have a darker blue outline to reminiscent of scales. And then you could go all the way down and you see that they cover her feet. And then she's got like these very clear booties that are like a light pink see-through material, and then you can tell like they got ginormous like fins on the bottoms of the legs to help the girls swim faster underwater. As all of us Winx fans know the gist of Sirenix. Beware of the Sirenix curse. And then we come up here to the wings, and you can see that they can open and close easily, that they have this, I want to say, this really sturdy plasticky material that is very reminiscent of the plastic that you see on the windows of doll boxes. And then they have this really exquisite layer, outer layer of dark blue glitter. And then on the inside they have a barely noticeable, you have to look to the light to see it really well, pink outlinings of designs of the wings. And I think the insides are supposed to be yellow, but I wouldn't know because I'm 90% sure the color might have faded after how long she has been in the box for. And then she has the arbitrary blue eye. Bloom blue eyes, not bloom blue eye. Bloom eyes. Bloom blue eyes. And then you can see she's got her hair into a red high ponytail with lavender color streaks, as it was that way in season 5, aka the second to last season that Nickelodeon had handled the dubbing for. And we'll get into that another time. And you can tell she's got little front tendrils with the lavender and red hair. And then her articulation, she can just turn side to side. Her head can turn side to side but cannot look up and down, as it is not a ball joint neck. The arms are rubber, so I tried to see if they can bend off camera. They might have had some wire in the arms, but it does not seem like it to me. So they're not really posable. And then you got these hands. And then the legs actually have articulation very reminiscent to a Rainbow High doll, where you could just swing the legs open and shut. And then the wings, if you look in the back, they got this little special wing mechanism where it holds the actual wings go into this little pink plasticky thing, and then it plugs into the back, and then you can have a way to display your wings and whatnot, which I think is pretty cool. And the only other thing Bloom comes with is this little lightish lavendery colored starfish brush, which I think it's adorable. And for whatever reason, I don't know if Musa, Tekna, and Aisha had gotten season 8 screenings, because again, this is a Witty Toys doll. They are usually available and easier accessible in European countries, as Winx is an Italian, was made in Italy by the company Rainbow. And they have Witty Toys are the makers and distributors of Winx dolls over there. This is what you would call a new Witty body, which is very reminiscent to the Winx Club, the Jack's Pacific bodies. If y'all remember those, the knees had the same articulation, but the difference is the Jack's Pacific dolls had articulated ankles, articulated wrists and elbows. Well, the new Witty dolls usually will have articulated elbows with wire in the arms most of the time. but they don't have wrist articulation, which, I'm not too upset about. But I am finally happy I did take Bloom out of the box. I will have to find her somewhere, like, nice for her to sit on the shelf, so she and the other girlies can have, like, a space. And I do need to wash her hair, because, like, a lot of the glue is all, like, drying crusty and crumbly, so we want her to have nice hair. And, my overall thoughts on her is she's really cute. She'd be, like, adorable for a child to play with. Fingers crossed that this Christmas, like, around this holiday season, we might get some more Winx dolls than Ollie's. I sure hope so, because I never knew about it till recently, but apparently they had a Bloom, Stella, and Flora Cosmics figure, which again, why was there no Techna, Musa, or Aisha? Techna and Musa are, like, really hard to come across as is. Why is that? I'm sorry, y'all have to hear me, like, be all, like, miffed about, like, how much harder it is to find Techna and Musa dolls, because, like, for whatever reason, they don't get made in the same quantities. And if you remember back in, like, 2014 when Jax Pacific had announced the Harmonix line, Techna and Musa were in the commercials, but when they were released, there was no Techna or Musa. Why was that? Give us Techna and Musa. They are just as important as the rest of them. And, like, the fact that Aisha is getting, like, gypped here in America, too, like, come on, we love Techna, Musa, and Aisha here, too. It's not just Bloom, Stella, and Flora. What about the Techna fans? What about the Musa fans? What about the Aisha fans? I don't know, I'm just, like, really upset that, like, Techna has such a lack of merchandise, even though she was the one that sacrificed herself to fall into a damn Omega portal on a planet that wasn't even hers. It gets herself locked in there, and they're like, oh, let's not make merch of her. That is the very least you can do. Make sure that her dolls are just as accessible as everyone else's dolls. And you can do the same as Musa, because I am very upset that y'all had gypped her a wish. I'm so sorry. I'm very upset that they gypped Musa a wish in season 5. It was the whole Techna closing herself, Techna getting locked in the Omega dimension all over again for me. She saved her planet, mind you. Although very questionable that the lifespan of her planet relied on some whales. But she saves her planet and y'all don't reward her with a wish? That is mean. Stop the abuse of Musa and Techna. They deserve so much better. Stop leaving them out. They deserve so much better. If anything, leave Bloom out. She is so overrated. Bloom's overrated. Give us more Roxy. Give us more Daphne. Give us anything but Bloom. We've got too many of her as it is. Okay. Rant aside, I don't even know why I, like, went off on a whole rant about Techna and Musa. But, thank you for watching, and if y'all come back tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the Stella of the line. Maybe the Flora too, since there's not much to talk about, but I like giving them their own individual spotlights, so there might be 2 reviews tomorrow. I don't know, but do come back for Stella's, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!